Hi, I'm Meteorologist Chris Tomer. Let's talk some mountain weather. We'll first start out with the setup, the overview, and there are basically 2 to 3 different storm systems I'm looking at. One already crossing Colorado at this point, and then 2 others, West Coast and out in the Pacific. I talked about it on my blog this morning. If you haven't subscribed to that, take a look at it at christomer.com. I also did a forecast for snow on some of the highest peaks across the West out 8 days, kind of interesting. So take a look at that when you get a chance and subscribe. Let's go back here into Colorado now, up at Loveland. Here's your live cam. They had a few inches of snow. They'll get some additional snow tomorrow with storm number 2. So let's take a look at that on the future. Well, let's go with the radar satellite. So I've marked each of the impulses or storm systems. One's already crossing Colorado, and then there are 2 others behind that. So on the future radar and the satellite, there comes the next one from the west coast, spreading precip in towards the Wasatch, the Tetons, and Idaho by Tuesday morning. Now, the flow not terribly conducive to big snow in the Wasatch, the Tetons, or even Idaho, and it's kind of warm. So kind of minor as that crosses, and then that precip will then move into Colorado on Tuesday afternoon, and that will add some additional accumulation to all the resorts in Colorado. Then we have to look to the west, because this will be the next storm system hitting the west coast and the Pacific Northwest, and it's got high snow levels as well, up through parts of Washington, Oregon, and I mean we're talking snow at some of the higher levels, the alpine zones up around Whistler and BC. Again, just snow levels being a concern with warmer temperatures. And really, by this point on Thursday in the morning, most of the Four Corners totally dry, waiting on the next storm system, but it looks like it's going to go north. And here we are Thursday night, some snow hitting the Tetons, maybe the Wasatch, Idaho, but again, not a particularly big storm system. The flow just isn't all that great. It's even still a little bit warm at that point on Thursday night, and that actually looks like it's going to go north of Colorado on Thursday night into Friday morning. And then we have to start to see what's next. Looking at Friday afternoon, there's another storm hitting the Pacific Northwest, and that one's got a little bit more to it, and it's just a little bit colder. As far as total accumulations go between today and Friday afternoon, some of the best accumulation will be up around Rainier at the higher elevations of those volcanoes, and then down into parts of Colorado. So again, we're looking at potentially another 4 to 6 to 8 inches along I-70 north in Colorado, a bit more around Cameron Pass. That seems to be one of the brighter spots with this. And Jackson Hole by the end of the week could see an additional 6, another 4, 5, or 6 through Kings and Alta, Snowbird, Park City, and Brighton by the end of the week. And then you can see the amounts 10, 12, 15 up there at the higher elevations of the Pacific Northwest. All right, so there you go. I always appreciate you tuning in here. Take care and have a great day.